Welcome to this explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled you're here today because we are going to unpack something absolutely powerful. We're breaking down the exact psychology behind post-breakup power dynamics. Look, we've all been there, right? Someone walks out of your life and suddenly you're just left holding the pieces, wondering how on earth to make them see exactly what they gave up. You want them to feel that sting of regret. Well, as you'll see today, the way you actually achieve that is completely, totally backwards to what your instincts are screaming at you to do. I promise you, by the end of this explainer, you're going to have an entirely new perspective on how to handle a breakup, regain your power, and come out entirely on top. So let's just jump right into the million-dollar question. What actually makes someone regret losing you? I mean, your immediate emotional response might scream at you to take huge action, right? You might think it's all about showing them exactly how much you're hurting, or, I don't know, parading some fake, super happy new life in their face just to make them jealous. But here is the counterintuitive secret that literally changes everything. The real answer isn't about doing more. It's actually about doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, let's dive into this. On one hand, we've got those really ineffective, panicky instincts. The begging, the pleading, posting those sad, vague quotes online at 2 in the morning. We all know the ones. These are the things we do when we're just desperate to grab someone's attention so they don't forget us. But honestly, all that does is show them you're sitting exactly where they left you. But then, on the flip side, we have the single most powerful move that actually works. Complete silence. It's a real game changer. You aren't trying to make them jealous at all. You are simply removing your presence entirely.
And when I say complete silence, I mean a strict, tactical withdrawal to regain your power and create genuine intrigue. Absolutely no texts, no calls, no comments on their posts, no lurking in the background watching their stories. You don't even ask your mutual friends how they're doing. Let me be super clear about this. This isn't some petty game you're playing for attention. This is about you completely vanishing from their physical and digital life. Now, I know it's the hardest first step to take because your biggest fear is that if you disappear, they're just going to forget about you. But human psychology, it actually works in the exact opposite way.
Think about it like this. When you're always around, always checking in, always just kind of available, you become normal. You become just like air. And people don't think about air because it's just always there, right? You literally don't appreciate it until you're pulled underwater. Now, think of a kid's toy. When a kid has a toy and plays with it every single day, they might just leave it on the floor, totally ignored. But the second someone takes that toy away, no way. Suddenly, it's the only thing they can think about. They become obsessed. That sudden absence creates this undeniable void.
Just let that sink in for a second. Your absence becomes louder than your presence ever was. Wow. When you just vanish, their brain completely wakes up. It breaks their entire pattern. They fully expected you to be sad, they expected you to reach out, and when you don't, man, the questions just start spinning in their head. Where did you go? Why aren't you texting? Why aren't you looking at my stories? That silence is deafening, and it forces them to actually face the reality of what a life without you looks like.
Section 2. The Mutual Friend Trap.
Okay, we really need to talk about the biggest mistake people make once they decide to go silent, because this will completely ruin the strategy. Here's what usually goes down. You bravely cut off contact with your ex, right? But then you keep them alive by talking to literally everyone else about them. You tell your mutual friends every single detail. You post those vague lyrics on social media. You sit around rehashing what went wrong 1,000 times over coffee. Do you see the problem here? Venting like this just gives away all your power. Because guess what? The whole shebang gets back to your ex. A mutual friend casually mentions, yeah, they're still really upset. They talk about you all the time. And instantly your ex thinks, ah, perfect. They still care. I've still got them on the hook. You've basically just shown them they can walk away and you'll still be sitting right there waiting for them.
So what do emotionally strong people do instead? You memorize this exact super calm script right here. I'm focused on other things now. That's it. That's the whole game plan. If someone asks about the situation, you don't explain, you don't vent, you definitely don't give the drama any space to breathe. You just smile and say, it's all good, I'm moving forward. Short, totally unbothered answers are incredibly powerful. When your ex eventually hears that you aren't falling apart, that you aren't even talking about them, it triggers massive regret. They realize, wait a second, they're actually okay without me? Did I mess this up?
Section 3. The Silent Level Up.
Now this is where the energy really shifts, because the true purpose of disappearing isn't actually to trick them into missing you. Actually, scratch that, it's not a trick at all. The purpose is to rebuild. While there is silence between you two, you get to work. Step 1, you work out, move your body, get that energy flowing. Step 2, you learn new things. Maybe pick up that hobby you completely ignored during the relationship. Step 3, you do the inner work to fix the parts of yourself you want to improve, really building that unshakable confidence. And step 4, you just smile more, laugh more, spend time with people who truly appreciate you. You're taking all that energy you used to pour into them, and you are aggressively pouring it right back into yourself. You're becoming the person you always wanted to be, entirely for yourself.
And here is the absolute magic of the silent level up. People notice. And eventually, word gets back to the person who left you. Maybe they see a picture, or they run into you at a coffee shop and they see that you are just glowing. You look happier and healthier than when you were with them. Let me tell you, it is a devastating psychological blow. They fully expected you to be broken. They thought they could just wander back in anytime and you'd be right there waiting. Seeing you genuinely thrive hits them like a freight train because it forces them to confront a very, very scary reality. You absolutely do not need them anymore.
Moving right along to Section 4, passing the breadcrumb test. Now, what's really interesting here is that once you start doing amazing, I guarantee you a test is coming. Let's make sure we understand exactly what a breadcrumb is. It's a manipulative tactic. It's that totally random, "Hey, how have you been?" text at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Or maybe it's a sudden like on a super old photo. It's a tiny, ridiculously low-effort piece of attention thrown your way, just to see if you'll come running back like a hungry dog. And listen to me, this is the biggest test of all. Most people completely fail right here because they get so excited and respond instantly.
Look, if you get eager and respond immediately, you strip away all that power you just spent months regaining. They immediately think, perfect, I still have them. I can totally take my time. So there are literally only 2 acceptable ways to handle breadcrumbs. Option 1, left on red. You simply do not respond at all. You show them that their low effort doesn't even warrant your time. Option 2, if you feel like you absolutely must respond, you keep it ruthlessly short and uninterested. Just, "I'm good, thanks." No questions back, no excitement whatsoever. You stay cool, totally unbothered, and busy with your own amazing life.
Because, let's be real, breadcrumbs are for pigeons, and you are definitely not a pigeon. You're a person who actually knows their worth. Think about it. If they truly regretted losing you, if they were really lying awake at night devastated by their big mistake, they wouldn't send a lazy "hey" text. No way. They would show up. They would put in real, tangible effort. They'd offer a genuine explanation and a real apology. Do not settle for bird food when you absolutely deserve a full meal. And this brilliantly illustrates our final point. Section 5, the ultimate plot twist. This brings us to the real climax of our whole strategy today, the deep truth that nobody tells you when you're in the thick of heartbreak. The final, absolutely most crucial step of this entire process is to live like you've already won. Not like you're playing some chess game to win them back, not like you have a massive chip on your shoulder to prove something. You live as if you already have absolutely everything you need in this world. Because guess what? You do. You have your future, your goals, your friends, yourself. When you live like you've already won, it just shines from the inside out. It entirely eliminates that heavy aura of neediness and desperation. You aren't sitting around waiting for someone to choose you because you've finally chosen yourself. And here is the plot twist I promised you. By the time you do all of this, the complete silence, the leveling up, totally ignoring the breadcrumbs, they very well might come crawling back, full of deep, deep regret. But the real victory? The amazing, upgraded person you've become during all that silence doesn't even want them anymore. You'll look at them and realize you are so much happier and stronger without them. Your life is just more peaceful now. You see, this was never actually about getting revenge. It was about becoming so incredibly complete that whether they come back or not doesn't even matter to you anymore. You win either way.
So I want to leave you with this one question to think about today. Which step are you going to take? Seriously, don't try to conquer the whole mountain at once. Just pick one single thing. Maybe today is the day you officially stop checking their social media. Maybe today